Anyone have a beverage?
No.
Not
sorry.
me.
I don't. Forman?
Water.
Nothing?
Again.
No.
Oh,
Well, I've got water.
water.
I was
got
just yelling
nothing.
at my kids before I came down, so I
have
figured
nothing. Well, I have
just
nothing,
water.
but I...
maybe that does warrant a beer, though.
It could, what, yelling at your kids?
Yeah.
You know, I'm good. Hello, this is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast that, as this podcast comes out, is perfect for Earth Day.
Oh.
Because...
Very eco-friendly.
Yeah, well, not only that, but it contains...
Kind to animals.
It contains recycled garbage, basically, as we all know.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Wah,
Of course I'm right. Yeah. Of course.
Some people do call us that. Yes, that's true.
Recycled garbage.
Recycled
Another
garbage.
missed opportunity to name this show.
Should have named it that. Another
missed
missed opportunity.
On that note, though, by the way, same day as Earth Day. Happy birthday to my sister Heather, and also to my good friend Aaron. May you get paid in maple syrup for years to come.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
there
that's
you go.
not
All right,
very
that's
efficient.
Nice. Very nice.
I mean, it's lovely to have maple syrup, but I would also rather have money. So that's not a very good wish.
Be careful what you wish for.
Have you seen the price of that these days?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right.
On the podcast today, Rachel says she knows exactly why Forman's wife's been doing things for him.
If we have time.
If we have,
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have time.
I
We're gonna
don't
have time.
know. about that.
I have a,
Unfortunately, I go last today. So
I have a good idea, bad idea. It's the bitching fee.
that's
so
a
that's
good idea.
that's coming
Immediately good idea.
That's the bitching fee. And we start off with Forman, who has some news for
Yes.
us.
Oh,
I'm just
news.
gonna put on some free handout glasses here.
Oh.
Free.
Yes, I've got this bright green keychain bottle opener.
Okay.
You have a new hat?
I don't have a new hat, unfortunately. I'm just going to take a sip out of this can with a koozie on it.
Okay, what does that say for all the
Can't
people who are
see
listening?
that if you're watching on YouTube.
Country 104.
Forman,
That's
what
where
do you...
I work now, baby!
Oh!
Yay!
Forman has a new job.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You can hear me in the afternoons every weekday on Country 104.
Okay.
Number one for country hits.
Is that in London? I don't know where that is.
That is right downtown London.
Oh.
I
Okay.
seem to recall when we worked at the other radio station that we basically, at least I did. I know I used to have to talk to you two children and say, calm down, don't worry, just ignore. Just ignore. I don't know who they are. I don't know what that is. Just pretend it doesn't exist and just keep doing your job. But now, Forman,
now it exists.
Now it exists. You work at Country 104. I've heard of them.
Yes, Country 104.
I had to be honest. I'd never heard of that last radio station you worked for. I'd never heard of it.
What?
Sorry.
Fun fact, my husband worked at Heart FM when it very first opened.
That's an interesting and a fun fact, but I probably had never heard of him back then either.
No, I don't think you had.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah,
That was before we were even married.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, this one seems to reach a little bit further.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And you're back in London, which is really nice.
Back with country music as well, which is
And
really
country.
nice.
Yes, and I know how much because I know how much we all became huge fans of the music that we played. I mean, we did.
course.
And Forman in particular, there are numerous times where Forman would attend, like the Garth Brooks thing, which was one of my favorite things ever. I think you were on mat leave, Rachel, and you missed this because Forman went to see one of the, 25 Garth Brooks shows in Hamilton.
Yes.
And there had to
Right.
be 25, and Forman got in. And he sent me audio of him and Ashley singing songs while
Mostly Ashley, and it was Patricia Yearwood who was there with them, of course.
Funniest thing
I remember
ever.
hearing that after.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I was working or not back then.
Funniest
I was
thing.
on mat leave.
I think you were away because I remember because Forman needed the day off to, because he went to see Garth Brooks on a
recover.
Sunday. He needed the Monday off.
yes.
So that meant I had to do what Forman did, which is not something that I liked to do. And anyway.
Although you did do that for years.
Yeah, I did do it for years. And I'm pretty sure it was Jill, your first replacement, and we absolutely howled when I opened up, because Forman had he had emailed me all this
I just
stuff.
sent some stuff. I didn't know what it sounded like.
Funniest thing ever. But I know how much Forman and Ashley love country music, so that's awesome. Good for you. In fairness, we've kind of known about this for a little bit, so we didn't say.
Make everyone feel left
we couldn't
out.
say anything, but I'm
No, we
thrilled
couldn't say
for
anything.
you. I
know.
think
Well, I
this
know
is
you're
awesome.
thrilled, so I'm thrilled if you're thrilled, Forman. So that's
you.
good.
Yeah,
That's all
thank
good.
you for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I get to be involved in the music again too, and so that's really
Sure.
nice. And there's so many things that are happening, and so many concerts and things that come through the area that that has passed me over in the last while. Right, I
Yeah.
haven't had any involvement with.
Yeah.
Now to get to be part of that, and with people who love country music as well, and throughout Southern Ontario, because that, you could drive from London into Milton and still be listening to that station, and it hasn't even started to get fuzzy yet.
Yeah,
Really?
that's
All
the
the way to
thing.
Milton.
Because I tipped
Wow.
off a friend of mine. I won't say who, and I just said, "Look, don't say anything." But I think Forman's moving over to Country 104.
Oh, so you were telling people.
Only
I
one.
didn't tell anybody except Jeremy.
Only one, and the only reason I told him, because he always used to complain. He works in Cambridge. Fun fact: I don't believe Cambridge even exists.
No, it
you
doesn't.
see a sign for it on the highway,
No.
but
Yeah.
there's Kitchener,
We've
there's
yet to
Waterloo,
see
there's no Cambridge. I don't know where
Right.
that
No.
is. Anyway,
Where is that?
it doesn't matter. So, but he used
matter,
to
you're
always complain because he loved to listen to us, but you couldn't get once you get to Kitchener or probably before Kitchener, you couldn't get
not great, yeah.
pure country very far. But Country 104, well, yeah, that's a banger. That
That
thing
is.
kicks ass.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, in radio terms, it goes.
It's a booming.
It's a booming.
and available on the Radio Player app and iHeartRadio.
Okay,
that's fine.
perfect.
So for those
Fine.
of you who might perhaps be in a different province, Nova Scotia, iHeartRadio or Radio Player, look up Country 104. It is there. We have a contest to see Kenny Chesney at the Sphere in Vegas right now.
Oh,
wow.
that's a good one.
Okay.
Absolutely.
At the
yes.
Sphere. Cool.
What's the best thing though? How you worked at the other place there that I had never heard of before in Woodstock. That's a very nice place. Very
Stop saying that.
whatever it's called. And then you worked at Pure Country. How would you of the three? How would you rate the surroundings where you are right now?
The surroundings?
Yeah, I always
the
used
people?
to well, not just that, but I used to
The
always
physical location?
Yeah, I used to get a kick out of when I moved.
Oh.
I was always excited to see how different that radio station was from the one I'd worked at before,
yeah.
or other ones that I worked at. Out of from 1 to 10, how do you rank the new surroundings, the new where you're broadcasting from, your new booth, your new studio, that thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, inside is a 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of
Absolutely.
10.
It's beautiful.
All right.
It's well done. The equipment's great. It's well laid out. It's very clean.
Perfect.
It makes sense. It's
Good.
all that is great.
Yeah.
A minus 10 out of 10 is feeling like an absolute sucker for the first time ever in my life, in my career. Paying for parking is such a racket. It is such a racket, an extreme ripoff.
Yeah.
I'm asking everyone, where do you park? How do you do it? People have all these different ways and theories and plans, because that's if you're downtown, if you have a downtown job,
Downtown
you basically
sucks.
have to pay for parking.
Yes, you do.
Unless you have a secret spot, in which case, please send that to me.
Do you have a monthly pass, or do you have to
Secret.
pay
I'm
every
gonna
day?
have to get. Well, here's where it gets funny. Where there's a person that works, I think, mostly on AM 980. His name is Juan, and he's like, "Oh yeah, what you want to do is call this number, and I don't know the guy's name, but we all call him Lefty.
Lefty.
So I got to call Lefty, a random phone number, and a guy who all the nickname I know is Lefty.
Okay.
And he runs one of the parking lots nearby. And he'll give you a good monthly rate, and maybe he'll even move you to a closer parking lot.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That's good.
All right. So did
And
you
so
call?
I call Lefty,
And?
and they say, no, this isn't Lefty, but let me give you another phone number for Lefty.
Have you got to Lefty yet?
Then I got to Lefty after that, who grilled me for an awful long time about how I got that number. I said, I don't know. It was a guy who gave me to a nameless guy who gave me to you.
I called this number first, and they told me you weren't there, and then they told me to call you here.
You realize now that you're involved now in the downtown London parking mafia, right?
Yes,
You've
I
gotten
am.
yourself
Really.
into the underworld.
Absolutely, because he has. If I stop by his booth, he's there from between certain hours in the
Wow.
morning. And you have to pay him. He'll give me a good rate if you pay cash.
Oh, I see. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So you're at the cluster
maybe
of radio
don't give away
stations.
Lefty's secrets. That might be a.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that being said, you're at the cluster of radio stations that is right in the TD Canada. What
There's
is
a
it?
couple of towers right downtown
whatever the
with
towers
TD on
are.
them.
Tower.
Yeah.
There's tower people there, and
Tower
Yeah,
people.
I don't. There's a lot of
that's
law
what I
firms.
called them. If they didn't work in the radio station, they were tower people. You know, the
Tower
ones
people?
riding
What
up
are
and
you,
down the
radio people?
elevators.
Yeah.
The tower people.
So
No,
but
I'm
you're
a-
right across from City Plaza, the Galleria. Right.
Yes, at the city center is
City
these
center.
towers are known as.
There's not much in there
Yeah.
anymore, by the way. A lot of for rent signs. And
There's a hair place on the main floor. There's a little market. There's a Tim Hortons that has very condensed hours. And if you go to the second floor, you can just go to the second floor. But there are other people wearing suits and fancy businesswoman
Hey.
attire and whatnot
Telling
that
you.
go to higher floors and then need to swipe in order for the elevator to let you even go to those floors.
Oh,
wow.
fancy.
It's a whole big deal being down there.
yes,
Forman.
it is.
And you got to
Wow,
get ready for
okay.
the fact that now, and be prepared for this, Forman. You may or may not know this, but coming up, this is I don't know when this, comes out on Earth Day. Very soon, within the next 2 or 3 days, the buses, part of the BRT, one of your favorite things, the buses are going to start running the opposite way
On one-way
King
streets.
Street. Yes.
Yeah. How stupid is
Why
that?
is that a thing?
Because that's part of the
one-way
BRT.
traffic in the middle and then buses going both
yeah,
directions
you have
on
buses
either
going both
side.
ways on the outside.
So now, even though it's a one-way street, you got to look both ways.
No, the buses have their own lane. You're still
Yeah, but if
You
you're
have their own
crossing
lanes.
King Street, you really got to watch out.
if you're walking in downtown London, yes,
Yes.
you should always watch out when you
Well,
walk
I
in
mean,
downtown
like, if
London.
you are, still, if you're anyway, okay.
Sage advice.
I didn't know that was.
You don't
Yeah,
get out
so
much,
that-
Rachel. You don't get out, but
I don't get out much. I'm not really in the news game much anymore.
No.
I have my little job at the London Free Press, and that's about it. Yeah.
Well, you should ask them about the buses going the
BRT.
wrong way.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, how these two words
That'll
do
be
not belong together: buses and rapid.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to hearing you on the radio,
Yes.
Forman.
Please, everyone call and text. Please, I would like
Okay.
to make a big show of it, the fact that people are listening. So even if we can
Yes.
pretend that you've been listening, you don't
Yeah.
even have to listen. It is 519-643-1039.
Okay. Easy to remember.
1039. Okay.
104, 103.9. There you
Yes,
go. All right.
I'm
That's where to find it.
absolutely going to screw that up and say 643 something else. Or I'm
No,
going to
don't do
start
that.
into, it's 902. Nope. It's 519-537. Nope.
No, don't do that.
You got too many phone numbers in your head.
Okay. Well,
643-1039.
couldn't be
Okay,
happier
Country
for you,
104.
Foreman.
I'm so excited for you.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. It is.
This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast that once again is perfect for Earth Day because it's energy efficient. Actually, it's not
Is
even
it?
really Earth Day. We've always been energy efficient.
I expend a lot of energy with you guys.
No, you don't. Just watch our podcast on YouTube, and you will see how little energy we actually put into this. Okay.
Okay. Thank
There's
you very much.
Look
Yuck,
look
yuck,
at
yuck,
you.
yuck.
Yeah, look at how hard
yuck.
Look at the energy you're putting into it. Yeah, exactly. It's time for a short good idea, bad idea.
It's time for another good idea, bad idea.
What a segue.
Good idea, bad idea.
It's a good idea, bad idea. I don't know whether this is real or not real, and I heard somebody on the radio earlier, before we recorded this, bringing this up, and they had a completely different take on it than I do. But
A take you didn't like?
No, it's just I look at it differently. I think we just have a different outlook, probably on life.
Right. Must not have been on Country 104, number one for country hits at 519.
No, it wasn't you.
1039.
It was, okay, stop. It wasn't you. Somebody apparently on social media, this is on Reddit, I think, so you can either believe or not believe it, shared a photo of a receipt that showed that they were charged a $5 fee at a restaurant for bitching. That's right. It says, and they've circled it, bitching fee. They had 3 Miller Lights, and then an 8-inch cheese and pepperoni pizza, and then they were charged $5 for bitching. It says bitching fee right on the bill. The customer claims the fee was because they complained that they had been served the wrong beer.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's
And then,
fair if you have been.
They also laughed it off, didn't mind paying it, and didn't believe that they were overly whiny or bitchy. However, they got a bitching fee. Good or bad idea, the bitching fee?
Well, I think it's a good idea.
Good idea.
However, it's very subjective.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
So I don't know how you stick to that.
There's no
when-
standard of
Yeah.
when it does or does not meet
Like,
the threshold of
Again,
Exactly.
being charged. Yes.
Again, I like where you're headed with this. I'm not really looking at standards or anything else, but I believe the reason that I was drawn to this story is because it spoke to me. To me, this is the correction of the universe. Some restaurant, some pizza joint somewhere in the U.S., I believe, has decided enough is enough. Okay? You bitch at us, we charge you $5.
Sure.
We've had enough of you.
Yep.
And there are many of you. As we all know,
Fair enough.
when you work in the people business,
Yeah.
as we have all worked in the people, where you have interactions with people, they get annoyed very quickly. They bitch a lot. So a bitching fee to me, actually, I look at this as, again, a correction. Maybe this is putting us in the right. Maybe this will put us back on track to where we should be. But the other thing
People
is,
won't bitch as much.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
I
If
think
you
they're
get
gonna
charged
still
for
bitch,
bitching,
though.
well, if you get charged for bitching, maybe you won't bitch as much. But the other thing is, I feel that we could take this and put it just about anywhere. You could do, like at the grocery store, if you've got, if you're a senior, and I've seen you, and because I know, I recognize you, I am one.
You are a senior.
And you're in
sure.
front of me with a full little cart of groceries, and you want to pay cash in a place where they don't take cash, and it says 1 to 8 items, and you have a full cart of groceries, you are going to be charged the don't be a dick fee.
Don't be
$5.
The read
What's
the
that
sign
for?
fee.
You were a dick.
Costco
And
doesn't take cash.
That's right. No, Costco does take cash.
Costco
right?
does. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
they do take cash.
It's
fancy
either-
little market were you shopping at?
MasterCard.
There's a
or
lot of
cash.
places where
That's it.
she actually showed them. I think the 1 to 8 line is the only specific one that says debit or credit. There's a sign. It's a big sign. This
Because they
lane.
want it to be quick.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
quick. Debit or credit only. And so this woman and her husband's loading the bags that the one cashier was filling, loading all those bags into his little cart, a full cart, 5 bags. 5 bags in the
That's
one to
not
wait.
1 to 8 items, lady.
No, that's really not.
No.
And then when it says you have to pay like she starts pulling out money, and we point to the side, can't take your money, and then she scrambles around and finds, she pulls out the card, but it's in the little a cardboard sleeve, and has to pull it out of the sleeve, and then isn't sure whether it taps or whether it, like. Well, we are all waiting behind going, there should be a don't be a dick fee, lady.
So you're proposing that the meter starts like in a taxi cab, and it starts running until she's prepared to actually pay.
I don't care.
The tally keeps going
I
up.
think that's a great idea, actually. If you're going to take that long at any cash register, there should be a meter. As soon as they're done ringing it through and they tell you how much it is, it should start a tally. And the longer you take, the more you have to pay.
Look, I think
that's a great idea.
I'll take it even a step further.
That's genius, Forman.
I'll take it a step further.
Let's do that.
At Costco, if you don't have your card ready to be scanned, beep, when you go into Costco.
Yep.
When you
You're not allowed in.
When you
You're
scan
not allowed
it,
in.
No, when you scan it, $2. Don't be a dick.
You're just going to get more bitching. This is a terrible system.
No, it's a great
idea.
You're gonna
because
get
people are
more
idiots
bitching.
and inefficient. That's why. That's why.
No. I think Costco.
This will increase the efficiency of our lives. I
That's
think
right.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No,
Where's the recourse for when it's your fault, not mine?
The reason
You're just going to charge me for bitching when you screwed up, and
Look,
it's your fault, and I'm going to get charged, and then I'm going to get angrier, and then you're going to want to charge me more, and it's been your fault the whole time.
Look,
that's the thing. You can't have a bitching fee and a tally running at the same time.
The reason Forman's upset is, I think the reason Forman
No.
doesn't like the don't be a dick fee is Forman is a dick sometimes.
No.
Yes, you are.
What
yes,
if you have genuinely?
Yes, you are.
What if you have objectively bad service?
That's right. Of the
And then
three
you
of us-
have to say, "Oh no, this isn't
yeah.
right," and then they charge you the bitching fee, but it was entirely their fault.
Look,
That's why I think it's subjective. That's why I think the meter running is a genius idea.
Look,
because
here's what
then
I'm.
you know how fast or slow you're going, and that's your own
Server
fucking
can't
fault.
have a meter running.
No, that's
Okay.
mostly at
Look,
checkouts.
Forman, here's what I will tell you. The bitching fee to me, $5 is a lot better than having them spit in your food, because that's what they're doing.
I don't want to.
Yes, they are. You
I
complain. You complain. You get the wrong beer. I spit in your meat.
In your meat. Okay, but if you're serving the wrong
$5,
beer and you have
$5,
messed up, then
$5.
really...
Yeah.
If you're going to charge
That's
me
the
the
thing.
bitching fee,
That's
guess
fair.
how much tip you're getting.
If you're a bitcher,
Forman, once again,
you're not tipping anyway.
don't be
That's
a
what I
dick,
think.
Forman. Don't.
And what do they
This
want to
is
make
why
the
we have-
restaurant more money and themselves
I
zero?
think the
I don't
bitching fee
think
should
so.
go to the
I'm telling you.
servers. The bitching fee goes to the servers.
I'm telling you right
and
now.
the meter running goes to the cashiers. Because if you're slow and you're not ready, you should have to pay more.
I'm gonna.
No
get,
store's
We
going to
will
accept
be
that.
like Japan. We will be so efficient. We'll be like it will be in
Telling you.
2045.
Well,
Living
then everything's
in
a
the
vending
future.
machine on the corner if we're going to be like Japan.
Yeah,
wasn't
everybody's
trying-
got credit cards. That's why.
I wasn't trying to make the world more efficient so much, Rachel.
I am.
I was
That's
trying,
a great idea.
I was
now
trying
we're
to.
on to something new.
No, I was trying to get rid of all the dicks. Stop being a dick. I mean, wouldn't you like it if you there was a way
I don't
that
think people are
you could
trying to be
report
dicks
that
when
guy,
they're slow. I think
the
they're
guy
just
that
dumb.
cuts in front of you when you're driving down the road. Wouldn't it be great if you could just push a button or instead of a red light camera, there was a don't be a dick camera? I mean,
They automatically
don't you want that?
color would
charges
that
their
be?
license plate $5.
What color would that one be?
That's a red light camera is not a color,
Oh, yeah, it's
Rachel.
not a color,
Yeah,
red
okay.
light is
All
what I was
right.
thinking.
You're
Okay.
missing the point
You
here.
should have a flash. Yeah.
And
You
Forman
should
is
press a button and
I
they get a
think
ticket
Forman
in the
knows that
mail.
this is going to
No.
cost Forman a lot of
No,
money.
this is bringing out. This is not eliminating dicks. This is bringing out the dicks. This is a bring out your dicks.
No, that's a
No,
good
don't
idea.
bring out your dick. Just
No,
don't.
Forman.
That's not. No,
That's a charge too.
that's something else entirely.
That's a
That'll cost
different.
ya.
That's a way different podcast, Forman.
That'll cost you.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast that will make your day. Especially if you have very, very, very extremely low expectations. Am I right?
Like if you
children?
have no plans today,
Yes, that's right.
well, maybe it will ruin your day. I don't know.
It'll probably make your day if you just skip to the end.
Well, you don't want to skip this part.
Oh, okay.
Trust
Why?
me.
What?
No, good idea, David.
That was a good one. I like
David had the good idea. Just skip over to the comments.
No, I
That
like
one
that.
you thought was good? Okay.
I thought that was a good one. Yeah.
Well, for the last 2 episodes, Forman has talked about
I
things
knew
that his wife
was
has been doing for him.
There was
right?
a
And he wonders
comeuppance.
why.
Yeah, there was a comeuppance due.
There was a
on Forman.
comeuppance coming.
Yes.
Now we didn't know when Ashley was going to listen to those episodes, but it turns out she has, and she has talked to me all about her thoughts.
You talked to Rachel?
Why wouldn't she talk to me? I don't know why she would talk to you.
So last time,
Dave.
yeah.
well,
talk
Forman,
to Dave.
You mentioned
You could
that
confide. I
I'm
wouldn't
friends
be,
with
I
Ashley.
wouldn't
We're
be
friends.
bringing this forward as a topic on our podcast, Foreman. I would simply
That's
text
why she
you
talked
and
to
say,
Rachel.
Yeah, I would
I'm
text you and say,
absolutely bringing this up as
Yeah.
the topic on our
Yeah.
pod. We
Yeah.
should have led with this one, but I got vetoed. So anyway, here it is at the end. So last time Forman talked about how he had to get the girls ready before school, right? Because Ashley had to go in early to work, and you had to make lunch.
how I didn't really get them ready because they were already made ready.
She did it all for you. Yeah. She did
yeah.
lunches. She did breakfast. She did all that. You also talked about how before, like it was several weeks ago, she made you a really great sandwich,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
And
that's
she
true.
was
Love and appreciate that.
Yes.
Appreciate everything she
then we
does
couldn't
all the time.
figure out why Ashley's doing all this stuff for Forman. I mean, he's quite capable on his own. Mm-hmm. Or
Yeah,
is
the
he?
whole waiting for the other shoe to drop thing. Yeah.
Or is he, Dave? Uh-huh. Okay, so I get a message from Ashley today.
She did listen to the last episode, did she?
Perhaps, yeah. Actually, yes, she must have, because she sends me a photo of a sandwich. Forman made this sandwich for Harley's lunch. She ate 0 of it. Just saying. This was after school, okay? After school time. It's a full sub sandwich, wrapped up nicely.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful. It looks great. It's a big sandwich. Would fill her right up all through school.
Absolutely.
Not
What's
one
in it?
bite. Not
What's
one
in it?
bite.
What's in the
was taken.
sandwich? Like
In
what's
the
in it?
sandwich.
Probably in Ashley's note.
It is in Ashley's note, actually. You're right. Harley said that it had nothing on it, and it had all the wrong things on it. There was no meat on this sub sandwich. Just lettuce, processed cheese, which your daughter hates, by the way, Forman, and mustard. You gave her a lettuce, cheese, and mustard sandwich. There's no meat.
That's what you gave her?
Harley brought it home and asked Ashley to make it properly for tomorrow.
Can I rebuttal that?
Properly.
Well, hang on.
I guess, sure.
I don't. You sent your kid to school with a cheese and mustard lettuce sandwich, wrapped properly.
I mean, it looks nice from the outside, but there's no meat, no tomatoes. It's cheese, processed cheese, which she doesn't like. Was that the protein? Lettuce and mustard. Okay.
Did you know that your daughter didn't like processed cheese?
Did you know that?
So I got one does and one doesn't. So fine. Emily likes the processed cheese and Harley likes the regular cheese.
Lettuce and mustard?
What was in the other sandwich?
I didn't make her a sandwich because she doesn't like sandwiches.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes, and the sandwich wasn't the only thing that went. They got strawberries. They got cucumbers, carrots, grapes. All that stuff. There was no meat in the sandwich because we didn't have any.
I'm telling
you get what you get, but apparently you get upset anyway.
And then you ask Mom to do it the right way for the next day.
Yeah.
Otherwise, her sandwich would very much just be the lettuce, the mustard, the other cheese, and one piece of deli meat. That was the only difference, and she couldn't even touch it.
That's not very much.
Yeah, that would be what she would regularly eat.
Okay.
Well, I'm not eating. I would
she didn't
never.
eat any of it.
I'm with her. I'm not eating a processed cheese sandwich with
Was it
mustard
like
and
Kraft
lettuce.
cheese slices?
However,
yes, because that's what Emily likes and not Harley. Oh my God.
Okay.
I think Kraft cheese slices are disgusting. Okay.
They are.
So moving on from that, also, when she went to work, when Ashley went to work, you said to us that she left out cereal and poured the cereal into the bowls for you, and left out the dry cereal. Well, Ashley says neither of our children eat cereal for breakfast.
I know. Okay. One used to, again, Emily did, and she's recently changed because they're so particular if you're catching a pattern here.
Yes. Okay.
Harley has a toasted bagel with butter plus also yogurt. Is there a checklist there for you to be checking me, Rachel?
I don't know. I'm just...
You need to be charging a bitching fee at your house.
Oh, my God. These kids don't know how good they have it.
You so much money.
Yeah. You're welcome for making...
know how good you have it, Forman.
How I could... When I was in grade 6, I was making my own lunch. My parents were up at 5:30 in the morning and they were long gone because they worked hard all day. We had to fend for ourselves.
And did you go to school
your
uphill?
Mom was with Windsor the horse, your brother.
Go to
you had to
school
make your own
ways.
Uphill both ways.
Naked.
Stuff. Yeah.
All in the snow, year round, uphill both ways. Okay.
So it turns out Forman makes bad lunches and
breakfast.
And apparently doesn't know what his kids eat for breakfast.
Yes. And because of all of that incompetence, Ashley says emphatically, I should absolutely be the family manager on our Google account. I deserve it.
She's not. It lists as me.
I know.
I'm the family manager for Google. And God, it just drives her crazy because she's telling you now. I'm never giving up that title.
I actually think it's fair that she is the family manager
well,
because
she
seems to do more things correctly than you.
She is the family manager, but not according to Google. I'm taking that with me.
This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast that's like the Easter Monday holiday. Not everybody gets it. I just thought I'd throw that in. That's such a great joke. That joke never, ever.
I actually don't get it because I work for myself, so.
Exactly.
No, and I didn't get it because it was my first day on the radio.
Yeah, that's right. No way. Well, I got it, but anyway.
You get every day. Every day's a holiday for Dave.
I get every day as a holiday for me. We are Dave, Rachel, and Forman. Don't forget, you can go to our website, underwhelming.ca, where you will find everything underwhelming. Everything. I mean, we've loaded it up with underwhelming things.
Yeah.
Underwhelming shit.
That's what we do. Yeah. It's just all there for you.
Yeah.
It's completely underwhelming. That's why it's called underwhelming.ca.
You'll leave thinking,
Huh.
Well,
that's it.
But please, if you're there,
so please check it out.
Check everything out there, and there are many ways to get a hold of us. Very easy there, and it makes it very easy for you to, if you're interested in sponsoring this fine podcast. As you may have noted, if you listen to the whole thing, and God help you, thank you if you did. No sponsors. We could use the help to keep the whole thing going.
If you would like to sponsor, underwhelming.ca, or you can email us, daverachelforman@gmail.com, and I can send you the pricing list. We won't badger you.
Nope.
We won't try and upsell you.
Nope. Not us.
We will give you more than you pay for. So
Always.
it's great. It's really a win-win all around.
At the very least, more people will know about your business.
That's
a bare minimum standard.
Bare minimum.
That's
Absolutely.
what happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, this has nothing to do with businesses, but Forman, as this podcast is being released, the Toronto Maple Leafs, as you can see, I have my hat on here, and the Ottawa Senators are competing for the opportunity at winning a Stanley Cup. Want to make an interesting wager?
Friendly wager?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
What are you going to do?
I think we should do beer because that makes sense.
Sure.
You like beer? I enjoy beer.
Yes. Like a beer from the Ottawa region.
I would do that. Sure. I could do how about a 6-pack of Great Lakes Toronto?
Okay, how about a 6-pack of Big Rig that is owned and operated by former Ottawa Senators?
I like that.
Interesting.
I like that. Okay, done.
Yes.
So you're going to give each other those beers if the other one
No,
wins.
I get his beer if Toronto wins and he gets my beer.
Yeah.
Only the winner gets beer.
Only the winner gets beer.
Exactly.
And
Beers for champions, Rachel.
And you get nothing, Rachel. You get nothing.
You're welcome to get in
We're
on
not
this.
drinking a lot around here because of Jeremy's cranky panky.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Got
what
it.
you're calling it.
All right,
Yeah.
we're on for that.
Pancreatitis.
All right, anybody want to communicate with us at all?
Well, I will say on one other note about the whole business and sponsorship thing. From time to time, we have been known to shout out a business for free in exchange for you naming something after us.
Oh.
And so
what
now I'm
else?
attempting to make sure that the Forman's Elbows Up Canadian Pies continue to exist, even though I've changed radio stations.
Yes.
But
Okay.
much to my delight and our delight, and hopefully for a bright future, Cheryl from the Two Witches of Middlesex County Pie Company and the Red River Cafe at our flour mill says, well, yay, I listen to Country 104 all the time.
Oh.
Let's come up with some fun stuff.
Okay,
Fun.
cool.
So,
All right, so the pies,
TBD.
the pies keep going.
TBD. I love that.
Keep pumping out the pies and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they're
All
good
right.
pies. They really are.
You can buy them at the
Really
Arva
good.
Flour Mill.
Yeah,
Cool.
you know how to get there, Rachel?
Yeah, I do. I used to live near there.
Uh-huh.
My mom used to shop at the flour mill all the time when we lived in
When's the
Oldtown.
last time you were up there?
Not for a long time.
Yeah, okay. Like 30
I don't go up
years.
north anymore.
North.
No.
It's way up there.
We've only been
Certainly
mentioning
not
how
north of Fanshawe where you live.
No.
NOF.
We've
Yeah,
only
NOF.
mentioned how that's the exclusive place to buy my pie for weeks now, and you still haven't gone.
Yeah, you haven't
No,
gone.
I
Yeah.
haven't left South London. Can confirm.
All right,
Yeah.
get a pie. Get a pie.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
all right.
Graham, by the way, commented on your creation that you made for the Masters, Dave.
Oh, I
Which
didn't make that. Now, please.
I thought
It's
looked
not-
like mac and cheese.
I don't know. I didn't make that. That's my friend John. You've met John. John is an artiste when it comes to Rice Krispie squares. He makes Rice Krispie cakes for us on all kinds of special occasions. He does it for many others. I've seen he made, I think the not this past Super Bowl, but the one before, he did Taylor Swift from the Eras tour as
Wow.
a Rice Krispie. Oh yeah, he is
Wow.
so good.
Really?
I mean, it
I wanna
didn't
see that.
It didn't
Yes.
really look like Taylor Swift, but when he told me who it was, I went, "Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I see that." But he
If
did.
you can make a woman looking out of
He's
out of Rice
so good
Krispies,
at
that's
that.
pretty
So
good.
I had nothing to do with that. Shout out to my friend Sean who does it all the time. Remember the Keg gift card one he did? You
Yes.
laughed. You thought that was hysterical.
That's right.
Yes.
It did
There you
look
go.
like one. Yeah.
That's good
That's
stuff,
right.
man.
Did you take it
Good.
there and use it?
No, I did not.
No. Well, this one he
Except
made
for-
look exactly like the Masters logo.
Yes.
Yes,
Very cool.
At a Rice Krispies. And Graham says, I hope warmer days are soon here so you can chip in your own Eagles, Dave.
Soon,
been
I'm
golfing
hoping.
yet?
Soon. Yeah,
Okay.
once or twice, but it
By the
hasn't
way-
been much.
Were you happy with the Masters outcome?
Thrilled, yes. I think a lot of people
For
were
Rory?
thrilled. If there was someone who won a golf tournament that for people who don't care about golf, but the Masters is a big deal. Rory has always wanted to win it. He needed it to win all 4 of the golf majors, and I think it was he was the sentimental favorite, and it was theater. I will say that it was painful to watch at times because he missed a lot of shots, but he also made a lot of great shots.
But he still won, yeah.
And then was overcome with emotion because I think that's a very difficult thing to accomplish, and he did it. So yes, very happy
Good.
for him.
Good.
And it was what a roller coaster ride to watch. It was fun.
And how nice of Rachel to have asked you that, allowing you to get that off your chest.
Yes. How about
Feigning interest in your little sport.
yes, feigning
I
interest.
can't, well, Jeremy watched it all week.
I know
so
that.
It was on, I also
I think
saw
a lot
it,
of people
kind
were interested. I think people watched. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We talked about somebody last week who had a dead cat in their freezer.
Yes, a
with
friend of mine. Yes.
Friend of a friend.
Is it still there?
As
far as I know.
Really? Okay.
Still there, but he's
Trying to get
he's
it
open.
out.
He's open for offers.
Sure. I mean, I would be too.
If you're interested.
The ground is thawing, so just get out a
That's
shovel.
right. Get in.
Ainsley has written to us, and she says, I know someone that put their dead cat in the freezer also because it died midwinter and the ground was too frozen to bury it. So the cat was in there until spring.
Oh, okay.
And now's about the time where the cat should be coming out.
Well, if you do the 6 month, he says it's now 6 months. So go back 6. I don't think the ground was frozen then. Would have been October-ish. Mm-hmm. Not exactly frozen.
They put it in the freezer because they couldn't decide what to do with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ainsley had
still
her
trying to
friend
decide
had it in the freezer
apparently
because the ground they couldn't bury it.
Okay, that's fine.
Anyway. Our friend Dutch from the Kinsman, from the maple syrup, Kinsman maple syrup, maple sugar bush, he wrote to us and he says, "Hey, Forman, where did you go?"
Oh, Forman, now everybody knows.
Trying to hear you on Hard FM.
Oh, well, Country 104 is where you can hear me now. 103.9 FM at 519-643-1039.
Okay.
1039. Okay.
Available in Radio Player and iHeartRadio.
Okay. New job, back to country. New job, same Forman. Country 104.
Number 1 for country hits. Go see Kenny Chesney at the Sphere.
Okay. We're happy that you're back in London.
Forman. Shilling for a buck.
Yeah.
Shilling for a buck. Okay.
Shilling
well,
for a living.
I've got nothing to shill for. Although, if you need a voiceover for something, I'm your girl. Okay.
All right. Everybody
I should have
calm
used
down.
this for the past 2.5 years as my personal advertisement. Tell all your friends. I'll do their voiceovers. Okay. We have an email. We have an email from Emily. She says, "Hey guys, I have not read this yet, so this may be, I don't know. Hey guys, second
You're the
time."
professional voiceover artist. Let's see you.
You should read things over
I'm
first.
very good at
Let's
cold
see.
reading.
Why would I pay you for that?
I'm very
After just hucking your services,
Yeah, it's true. Why would you?
see what you got.
I don't know why you would. Okay, second time writing in here. I listened to the episode this week when Dave mentioned the freezer contents again. I honestly don't think breast milk is that weird from someone who did pump milk and has a freezer full. Foreman's mom probably had good memories of it and couldn't let it go. One thing you guys would love is that I know some home birth moms who have in their freezer is their placenta. Okay. This is why I should read things ahead of time.
Yes, maybe.
Okay. You can't dispose of that in the trash. And if it doesn't get dehydrated and made into capsules, into the freezer it goes. It's no pet cat, but I thought I would shout out the home birth moms.
No, but
Anyway, I've been enjoying Rachel's hockey adventures and can't wait to hear about golf this summer. Thank you so much. Still love the
us too.
podcast each week, and have a great weekend. So thank you.
Look, you might
Thank you,
have
Emily.
those. I get home birth moms, fine, that might happen. And I get moms that had to pump. I get that. But do you still have it there 40 years later?
No.
I think
I don't think I would keep a
just
placenta.
she just
How do you
has
get
great.
rid of that if you have a home birth, though? If you're at the hospital, they'd get rid of it. But, medical waste, I guess. I don't know what you do at home. I
Go to a
did have
doctor's
someone
appointment
ask
and-
me when I was pregnant if I wanted them to make capsules out of my placenta, and I said, no, that's okay. Thanks.
No. You can toss that.
Yeah.
I have nothing
But
to say.
that's fine if you did.
This
I'm
is the
not-
point in the
no
podcast
judgment.
where Rachel just thinks out loud.
That's what you love about me, though.
Uh-huh.
It wouldn't
And
be
that's-
as fun.
And that probably is what has spurred our latest 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
listen, if you do get the podcast on Apple or on Spotify, I believe, you can leave a review. Please do.
5 stars are preferred from Lucky Lou 477329, who says, hilarity ensues. If you're looking for a lighthearted show to get you out of the grind of life, 'cause it's overwhelming right now, look no further. Dave, Rachel, and Forman don't take themselves too seriously, and they play off each other so naturally. It's a beautiful thing. I only wish there was a new episode every day.
Oh, well.
That's a lot of work, and we're not getting paid for it,
Forman,
Lou.
where can they get a new episode of you every day?
And a 1 out of 3 of us ain't bad on Country 104.
Okay,
Number 1 for country hits at 519-643-1039.
And we're done.
Kenny at the Sphere.